Hello and welcome to another episode of Alan Writes. We're working on Lucky Gold. So, here we go. We're doing with the villain is about to do some magic. I believe I was going to have some notes on this, but I'm just going to wing it here. Much of what I'm doing now is pretty much pantsing. I don't know where it's going, but I'm going to have fun seeing where it could go. And if I have to revise this later on, great. The stairs lowered and he strode down onto the tarmac. Tarmac, that's how it's spelled. Strode down. The wind was freshening. The wind was hot and dry. Not hot and moist, which would be humid. The wind was a call from the desert of heat and desiccation. They said Vegas was an oasis, and he could feel a great emptiness surrounded the city. Filled in here and there by bits of humanity glimmering on the amid the dark. And that much was true. True. For the thrum and vibrancy was at hand. Lay at hand. He reached out for it. Feeling his way to the streaming bits of vitality. There was, as ever, a network promise of death. Okay, all right. This is all very much his inner voice, which is about as honest as we can get with a character. Because what we're seeing and what we're feeling here is them. They may say other things. They may lie openly to other people, but they will be honest here. We do not have an unreliable narrator at this point. We are in third person. Third person very close behind the eyes. We're seeing and feeling there. I'm just not going to use the I am of the first person. Wouldn't quite fit because of what we have to cover. I don't think it would work in. I don't think it would work here. Anyway, moving on. There's a network of connections between all the living things. Gathered round. He tapped them slightly, one by one, until he felt their energies surge within him. The interior of the hanger gave shade, but little comfort. The plains, a barren place for planes to be serviced, and little more. A pile of mechanics' rags told him of disorder and laziness. And a faded poster on a wall told of disorder and laziness. All revealed a woman in a bathing suit fit for the 70s. A faded poster on a wall. The pink gone white. Fit for the 70s. In more ways than one. The corner was free of metal and frame. From his pocket, he pulled his favorite lodestone. A hunk of refined nickel, pressed flat. Fault plus flat. The faint smear of currency, coin currency, upon either face. A bit of blacksmithing he'd done early on that had served him. Oh, you could buy most anything if you had the money, but it was what you put your hands on that lasted long. He squatted down and imagined himself on eagle's wings, high above the city, seeing the flows of energy, the bright blues of electricity, the golden spurts of fortune, the silvery flashes of intellect, and the coppery taint of blood. His nickel charm. swung back and forth. Back and forth before him. Oop, okay. Maribel slid the map onto the concrete. Yep, he shifted the alignment. Compensate for magnetic north. And watch the tapered edge of the charm. Charm begin to settle. The triumphant hotel. There, marked among the other portions, lay the other venues. It was there, somewhere. Likely a high roller suite. A vast reservoir of magic, of energy. Vast reservoir of possibility. No doubt in the hands of an idiot. Well, he could fix that. Everyone had a price. Can I help? A man's voice asked from across the cavernous hangar. No. Bell called to him. We're quite well. Thank you. I'm asking because you're in my shop taking a squat. Mr. Krauss is merely a little airsick. Maribel lied. This time. Travel was one of those things he hated to do. At length. Alright, I don't need to put that in this time. If he pukes, the man, no doubt a mechanic of middling skill, stood to his full height. and turned. It wasn't enough. Neither tall or handsome. He rarely had an effect on anyone. Except perhaps his smile. He'd gone to lengths to make it seem warm and friendly. I am quite well, he told the man, taking in the other fellow's ripped shirt, stained shirt, torn sneakers, and holder pants. Not a welder. Put him on the street like that, and he might as well hold an empty cup for change. The tool belt was the only thing that set him apart. That at least was That at least was polished, though more by use than foresight. The tools arranged haphazardly, neither by size nor use. Tyler Krauss. And you are? Call me Ed. The grease monkey. Can you get out of my shop? I've got work. Of course you do, Tyler said. Did I name him Tyler Krauss? Tyler Krauss, yeah. And prowled closer. It would not do to prevent a working man from earning his bread. Tell me, as a citizen of Vegas, what charms does the city still retain? The nickel charm spot, drawing other man's gaze briefly enough. Well, I don't like the strip much. You're asking. Where do you go? Your entertainments. The brothels. Out of town. It said. They've got good beer, decent beer, and good company. Paid company. Have you no wife? No wife? No girl? Boy? Neither and nothing. They've all left. I'm just not cut out for it. Tyler smiled. Why is that? It is no sin to live alone. It's a sin to want to hurt others. I like it too much. The rough stuff. It's wrong, but I like it. Other man blurt out, as if in a confession. Ah, well, you rail against it in others. How noble. Noble? But what you... Yeah, I guess. Rail against inflicting it in others. How noble. Upon others. But what you overlook is that the injury you inflict upon is one you wish to feel more than merely dead, to feel alive, worthy once more. I think on it, and then act. Find your pain. Suffer your pain. Find redemption. And be polite next time. The man blinked. Blinked hard as the command settled. As the revelation settled. as it always did. Honesty in all its forms had a keen edge. Okay, sir. I'll, getting back to work. You do that, Tyler said, and headed for the exit. Out into the sun. The terminal was just a short walk away. As Mary Bell opened the door for Okay, so as the faint burr of a grinder arose from the hangar behind. Okay, so there we go. That's his introduction, that's his magic. He deals with honesty and making people, in this case, he didn't really want the man's help, he didn't need blackmail, he just wanted the guy to suffer and be polite. And so that's sort of the exchange, and that's his blackmail technique. It's not quite a compulsion like Silver does, but it is a revelation. And obviously there's certain people that he can't affect too readily, those who know themselves or have admitted to themselves things, but he can still twist them. And if they're weak-willed individuals for whatever reason, he can readily twist them. All right. So, all right, this is going to be the start of the next chapter. All right. So what are we going to write next time? That's the question. Chapter. All right, so what's going to happen? I don't want to stick with Tyler. Again, it's a, what did we do last time? All right, 6 months ago. In the past, Heather finds the artifact. Finds her. She uses it to turn aside the kidnappers from coming down. Nothing down there, etc. Must have run for the jungle. She can feel the odd, the relic warm up. Touch. How odd. Alright, I've got a notification. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. I was not prepared for that. Okay, well, I've got something that I need to concentrate now on, and I'm going to have to leave it here. But how odd. Then she's talking with the relic, trying to figure it out. How far in does she bring Daniel? Question. There we go. How far in does she bring Daniel? Then Tyler arrives, and she feels it. A weight, a shift. A thrum down below. She has to head. He has to head down to gamble. Grabs a table as they provide. Tyler opts to join via a large shift of monies. They face off. He beckons her to use her skills. Honesty opens. Revelation. She refuses. So she has some skill. Obviously, we'll be talking with two layers of conversation. The mundane and the magic. Okay, so that's fun. And I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed this little walk with the villain. He's a terrible person. He likes and enjoys using it for slights and when he feels disabused. And yeah, there's a reason he's a villain. He's powerful. He's focused, and he wants things. And what the things he wants are not good, or not amenable to our main character. So he's maybe more the antagonist than anything else, but he is actually a terrible person too. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this. Stay safe and take care out there, all right? Thanks.